It's not even the end of 2023 yet and we already are talking about next year's game. Hey, what's up everyone, it's me, SpeedSuperSonic, bringing you guys another video. In this video today, we are talking about something I didn't think we were going to be talking about this soon, and that is the next Sonic the Hedgehog game. Sonic Superstars is only a few days away. Stay tuned for some amazing coverage we have on that game coming very, very soon. But this is just so big, I couldn't help but talk about it like right now. Because the question of what's coming after Superstars in relation to Sonic the Hedgehog video games has been a big question in the fan base. Well, we have our answer right now, not from a source, not from some leaker. This is from Sega themselves. We have a leak confirming a new 2024 Sonic game right here in this giant document from Sega. This is from July of this year, so this is really recent. I think this entire document is really interesting, especially when it comes to knowing where the Sonic franchise is right now, the state it's in, and also what's coming up and when it's coming up. So let's dive into this. This is very exciting. I'm so pumped. We're gonna go through this entire thing right now and talk about it, dissect this, see what's going on. So let's dive into it right here. This is, of course, right here, as you can see, brand and licensing updates. Have a look at some of our characters right here. The first slide is franchise overview, which says game legacy, one of the world's most iconic video game characters of all time. Very true. Best selling gaming franchise, top 10 selling gaming franchise worldwide with over $1 billion in sales and 1.51 billion LTD games sold and downloaded. So I'm assuming that means stuff like Sonic Dash and Forces Mobile and stuff like that. Record growth with success of film, fueled by console/mobile games, animation, social media, licensing partnerships, and the record-breaking global film release. Them mentioning what I've been saying for a while, how the Sonic movie really changed this entire trajectory of the franchise. So right here you can see what I've been calling the Sonic franchise for a while, and it's so funny when like ever I called it this and people called me crazy. Right here you can see multimedia franchise, where it goes over tentpole gaming, mobile gaming, feature film, animation series, which has the logos of Sega, Netflix, and Wildbrain, meaning Sonic Prime on Netflix, and then Paramount Plus, where you have all of the other Sonic shows from Deke, I believe, and also we have the Knuckles show coming out on there too. Comic book series and brand extensions with Minecraft and Roblox. Creative iterations of Sonic right here from 1991, 1993, 1998, 2003, which I think this is a really funny render for them to use, of 2003, and then our largest gap out of all of them from 2003 until 2020, where we have Movie Sonic. Brand drivers and consumer segments. What makes Sonic? We infuse the brand's drive that make up Sonic's DNA into everything that we do. His broad demographic appeal affords Sega a great opportunity for successful programs in all categories. Sonic brand drivers: speed, edgy yet safe, aspirational and cool, action and adventure, freedom, heroic, loyal, fun, nostalgic, and confident. Consumer demos is primary, kids boys 6 to 12, secondary is adult males 18 to 45, and tertiary is females 13 to 24 and girls 7 to 9. Kids are the largest consumer segment with regular mobile engagement and movie recognition. So many Sonic fans are going to be like pissing their pants when they read that. Audience demographics. Sonic has one of the most gender balanced and diverse demographics in entertainment, allowing partners to reach the full spectrum of consumers. Gender is split 44% female and 56% male. Hispanic and African Americans make up 39% of the audience. Kids 6 to 12 and families are the sweet spot, but also a significant adoption from Gen Z and millennials. Character affinity. Sonic has a large cast of characters and many of them have a high awareness. Most popular game character in America, so this is really interesting. Sonic has 1.1 million Google searches every month, with number 2 being Pac-Man at 758,000 and Pikachu being at number 3 with 635, so I'm actually surprised Mario's not even in there. And for whatever reason right here it says, fun fact, if Sonic ever decided to start up a career as an influencer, he could pocket up to 67,000 per sponsored post. I don't understand that. Burger King promotion campaign. This was a thing that happened a while ago. Never hopped on this because I refused to go inside of a Burger King, but the commercial was pretty cool. Here you can see it. I might get the toys at some point, but let's just talk about the release date of when it happened. Sonic Symphony World Tour, that's going on right now, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know. #1 movie in the world, the film that broke the video game movie curse. $100 million global open weekend and 40 global territories. Fastest and most viewed trailer in Paramount history. Highest grossing family film of 2020. Highest grossing superhero movie of 2020. Number 2 highest grossing movie of the year. Number 1 movie on iTunes for 6 weeks. And then it compares Sonic versus Detective Pikachu. Watch us do it twice, really flexing their muscles here. Number 1 live action video game movie of all time. Opened at number 1 movie worldwide. 96% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Grade A on CinemaScore. Digital/VOD release in late May. Knuckles TV series in 3rd movie in development. And then it shows pictures of Sonic Movie 3 and the Knuckles TV series. Then Sonic Frontiers new mainline Sonic game. Just talking about the releases, the platforms it's on, the kind of the descriptions of the game, but also the biggest thing is that it's the best-selling 3D Sonic game of all time, selling over 3.5 million copies in only 6 months. Then it talks a little bit about the post-launch DLC, Sonic Origins Plus, Minecraft DLC collaborations, Roblox Speed Simulator, and then Sonic Superstars, which is once again only coming out in only a few days, Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, mobile games, and then this is really interesting because now we have the Sonic Prime part where it talks about when it premiered, when Season 2 released, but Season 3, it says coming out in early 2024. So we were kind of wondering, okay, they're showing us Season 3 already, when are we going to actually get it? According to this document, we're getting it in early 2024. Then it talks about partnered with Man of Action, how many episodes, how long the episodes are, and the age demographics being 6 to 10. Then talk about the launch of Sonic Prime and how well it did, it being the #1 kids content show globally, it being #3 on all Netflix content globally, and having 27.7 million hours watched between December 12th and December 18, 2022, in all the countries where it was top 10. And then for whatever reason, they're really highlighting TalesTube here. TalesTube's cool, but they only release it like quarterly and stuff like that, but it's cool. Highlighting their short form animation and how many views they receive, their social media, the Sega shop, which is not great, and then social media licensing support, highlighting stuff like the Sonic official live streams and Sonic Style's Instagram page. Now here is the moment that we all have been waiting for. This is why I kind of like sped past some of the document to get to this point, because this is the biggest part. Content to fuel consumer products. Okay, let's go through 2023 real quick. TalesTube Quarterly. We have received TalesTube. Origins and Frontiers DLC. We got that. Sonic Prime Season 2. We got that. Sonic Superstars coming out very soon. We got the Prologue already as well. Now 2024, this is the big thing. Off the bat, a little confused because the first thing they highlight in 2024 is the Knuckles TV show in Q1. As far as we know, Knuckles is supposed to be coming out in winter, but maybe that's changed. You know, this is this internal Sega document, so maybe they know things we don't. Maybe this will be coming in like January of 2024, so like really early in 2024, but we'll have to wait and see. But according to this, we'll be getting Knuckles next year actually. Sonic Prime Season 3 also coming out in Q1 of 2024. New mobile game. That's big. In spring, we've been speculating about a new mobile game. We knew that there would be a new mobile game coming from Hardlight that has been in the works for a while. Been very curious about that. According to Sega right here, we're getting a new one in the spring. And then we'll be getting TalesTube Quarterly. Okay. Superstars DLC to be dated. And that's not giving like, oh, it's gonna be happening here. It's saying to be dated. So there are plans for Superstars DLC. Maybe they're just getting a gist on like if there's interest for it or not. We'll have to wait and see. I want to get my hands on Superstars first before I'm like, yeah, I want DLC, but that'd be cool nonetheless. Now this is the big part. New game Prologue and then new game Holiday. Not only is there going to be another prologue, so the animated short basically, but a new game in Holiday of 2024. We were speculating about it, we were thinking about it, we were like, are we going to get a new game in 2024? There's a prime opportunity, no pun intended, for there to be a new Sonic game in 2024 to go alongside the Sonic Movie 3, as you can see, which is also listed right at the bottom. This is big, guys. This is huge news. This is not from Zippo. This is not from some Sega insider or somebody who came out with an article trying to break that a new Sonic game is coming. This isn't even coming from a website who's leaking something. This is right from Sega's mouths themselves. A new Sonic game is happening in Holiday of 2024. What does this mean? What can we take away from this? Well, one, I think we all knew that we were going to get some kind of Sonic game next year. We weren't really sure what they would classify that as. Now we know that it will not be the mobile game that they'll be treating as the next Sonic game, but also they'll be getting something else in addition to that with potentially Sonic Superstars DLC as well. So what could this be? Well, it has a prologue, so that means that there's going to be some kind of story in this thing. So biggest question right off the bat, is this going to be our Frontiers follow-up? Is this the next main series Sonic game? I don't think so. I think that it's going to come sooner than Frontiers came after Forces, meaning I don't think that there's going to be a 5-year wait again. I think we'll have slightly shorter wait, maybe 3 years, maybe 2 years, but not directly like the next year after we finished up Frontiers properly this time. I feel like we honestly need more time to breathe after Frontiers before we jump right into that next main series game. But I do think it's going to be a bigger release. We have our 2D game already out of the way this year with Sonic Superstars, and then there's supposedly DLC coming next year, so they're going to be covered in that front. More than any game that we've received, this is the biggest question mark we have of what the heck is this thing going to be. It seems like it's going to be something of a bigger affair. Something I mentioned in a video in the past, I forgot which one it was, but we were talking about the 2024 Sonic game and what I think it could be the most, and what I think it's going to be is something in a similar vein to how we had Unleashed, and then the following year we had stuff like the storybook games with Black Knight. I don't think that the storybook games are coming back, but what those storybook games were specific 3D Sonic games outside of the main timeline. They were canon and everything like that, yeah, but they weren't main series Sonic games. They were spin-off titles, but they were still like these 3D adventures that you could have, and they were of shorter affair, but they were still fun. Well, for the most part. Speaking about Black Knight, not that other one. I think this could be a 3D Sonic game, but not a big open world main series game like we received with Frontiers. Something on a lower scale. Something not as high stakes, not something as dramatic and epic, but something a little more fun and adventurous and different. Frontiers is a big beefy game. It takes a while to play, especially with all this new DLC. So let's go back to what Sonic main series games were like before then, when they were only a few hours long. They could very well be doing that, but not treating it as a mainline title, just being another Sonic game to kind of hold you over until the next main series title with the Frontiers 2 or an Adventure 3 or whatever the heck they want to call it. I think this might be a new kind of 3D Sonic game, but more of a side series type thing that would be entirely new and different. But more so than anything, I just want to take in this moment, appreciate this moment, and I'm really happy that I'm one of the first people to tell you that yes, a new Sonic game is coming next year in 2024 alongside a mobile title, DLC, TV shows, and a movie. Just as this year was packed, just as 2022 was packed, 2024 is going to be absolutely packed for Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm so excited, I'm so pumped. And to stay tuned for all of the stuff that we mentioned, this is the spot to be for all of it. We'll be the first ones here to break down everything with you all, and this is where I pass it off to you. What do you guys think about the next Sonic game coming in 2024? What do you think it could be? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you guys have to say. Feel free to follow my social media, links to my Twitter and Instagram in the description below. You can follow those behind the scenes, look at my life, shout out and all things Sonic the Hedgehog, but most importantly, if you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. This is the #1 edition on YouTube for all things Sonic the Hedgehog. Whether it's video games, TV shows, movies, comics, merchandise, and more, we talk about it all. Like I said, Sonic Superstars is only a few days away, so stay tuned for coverage on all of that, and also all of the other news that will be coming out very, very soon, such as Knuckles TV show, Sonic Prime, all of these new games, and Sonic Movie 3. There's so much to go over. I love all of you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Wonder what you want right now, wonder what you want right now. Used to be body, used to be body.